Hello everyone and welcome to the 2021 Vintage Open. This is a Disc Golf Pro Tour Silver Series event here in Russellville, Arkansas, and we'll be playing the Old Post Disc Golf Course for the last and final round. Commentary by myself, Kona Panis, and I'm joined here by Rebecca Cox.
Hey everybody! We're here to bring you the FPO lead card of the final round front nine. This coverage is made possible by Infinite Discs. Here we have Sarah Hokom in the lead, Team MVP. Next we have Jessica Weese with Team Innova. Next up we have Missy Gannon with Team Discraft. So far we've had two forehand dominant players. And then last but not least we have Lisa Fajkus, Team Innova. Sarah's going to be starting out with a two-stroke lead over Jessica, and Lisa and Missy are tied. Or no, they're not tied. Lisa's one down and Missy's one over.
Hole 1, par 4, 498 feet. We'll have a wide open shot. You're going to be either left or right of this main tree in the middle, and then we throw over this out of bounds creek between these two guardian trees.
Yep, and today this round was absolutely blistering winds the entire round.
This is Sarah's Photon. I believe that's an overstable driver. She'll have a forehand approach to the pin.
Jess opting for the backhand. Oh, and that wind just lifts it immediately.
And I think that was with one of her most overstable Star Destroyers, so it's ripping. Looks like Lisa has a Halo disc in her hand, maybe a Halo Destroyer. Very overstable driver.
New York, Missy Gannon.
Here Missy is lining up a force. That seemed to hold the wind a little bit, but there's a very fine line between throwing too high and too low, and that line is just sometimes impossible to find, especially in a dead headwind like that.
Missy pinched off.
Oh, that needs to sit. That's fine, she'll just have to pitch up for a par. Just way to the right.
Looks like that's a Halo disc as well. That plastic is very overstable, so very trusty in the wind.
Great upshot by Sarah.
Yeah, that was with her Pyro.
Got across the creek, so she'll have an outside the circle look for birdie.
Yeah, depending on the wind, Lisa might just lay that up for her par.
Yeah, even where Sarah's at, she has a dead headwind putt.
Missy with that trusty zone. She should have a par.
And just a beautiful layup from Lisa. Great putt from Sarah.
Great birdie, especially in this wind, and I'm actually excited to see how Sarah's putt holds up in this wind today. She kind of has this very low to high push putt, so we'll see how she does in the wind.
Missy tapping in her par. Yeah, it never feels good to lay up a like 38, 40 footer. You're just staring at the basket like that, but in this wind, it's just too risky. So Sarah's starting off with the only birdie. Hole 2, 298 feet. This is a hole that would usually be a must get, or at least give yourself a look at it, but in today's winds, par's something that you're not really going to turn your nose up to. Sarah's going to go for the forehand here, which can be kind of a tight shot with that guardian tree there, but the wind just seems to turn that over a little too much.
Wow, turning her over towards the road, she'll have an interesting approach. Jessica throwing a great line. That's not bad in the wind, but like you said, if you put it too high, the wind can just catch that underside of the plate and just lift it.
Ooh. Oh, it seems Lisa had the opposite reaction. Hers just caught that angle in the wind and just went nose down. Yeah, this is normally an easy shot for these players. But the wind just greatly exaggerates all these angles and heights, and everything. It's just so difficult to control a disc in this wind.
Yeah, I think that might have been Lisa's gator. That's going to leave her with an on-the-edge circle putt. And what a beautiful approach from Sarah, a little spin backhand approach.
This is Missy's zone. Ooh.
Jessica, I think with her glow gator.
Good height on that, just a little too right side, I think.
And we actually didn't have any birdies on this hole for our division. Wind just making it tough for us out here. These ladies will be tapping out their pars as we move to hole 3. Hole 3, par 5, 860 feet. There's this left route that you can take, but the ladies might be throwing the hyzer around. There's 3 big drives on this hole. You got OB on the left, OB behind the basket. You're really just trying to put yourself in 2 great positions to try to attack the pin to save a birdie for. There's Sarah with that same photon. I think she'll be throwing that a lot today just because there's such high winds.
Ooh, she kind of tricked me. I thought she was going down the middle for a
I
second.
did too.
Now, the one thing about going up the right side is that it is more open, but it is the kind of the scenic route of the hole. So it's a little bit more distance to get to the basket on that side. That's a great shot. She'll be on flat ground for the most part.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. What a flight. It looked like it was gonna like tail off right, and then it
Yeah.
just flipped
It
up
just
on
got
her.
a gust.
Here's Missy with her Zeus. That looks like it's gonna be in great position.
Ooh. I was surprised that she turned that over or gave that any angle.
Mm-hmm. Lisa with that same halo disc, and it just didn't come out for her, throwing it a little low.
Sarah just looking to put herself in a position to save her par. Got caught up in the wind a little bit, but she'll have a pretty much wide open upshot from there.
It's set up for her forehand for sure.
Yeah, the grass is kind of long here, so it's kind of just catching all the discs, not really giving it any skips or anything.
Mm-hmm. That needs to sit, tracking towards out of bounds.
Whew.
Whew, barely safe.
Ugh. A little high. The wind probably lifted it a bit too. Stop.
Big skip, but she'll have an inside the circle putt. And I believe this is Sarah's Pyro again. Very overstable disc.
Ooh, wow. That was a great upshot.
And that's the kind of putt you want in this wind.
For sure. Lisa putting herself inside the circle. Great putt, Jess.
Yeah, beautiful putt for her par. Lisa with a solid putt to save her par as well. Everyone's saving their par on this hole. With one birdie, Rebecca Cox taking the only 4 on this hole. Had to slip that in there.
Hole 4, 380 feet through the woods. We have kind of an opening right here, but then there's a trail off to the right here, and it's not really open, but getting a 3 on this hole is really what everyone's trying to do. Birdie is probably possible, but improbable. It's a very forehand friendly hole. That's looking good. Go, go, go!
And she's down there. I mean, circle 2 is right there, so
Yeah.
she pushed. Jess with a similar drive. Missy with the backhand. I'm assuming it's with that thrasher she's always throwing, and that's in great position.
Lisa giving it a good run. That looks nice. Oh, and as I say that,
Not a fortunate roll, so she'll be scrambling.
wow. Mm.
Oh. Sarah will have an obstructed outside the circle putt to save her par.
Yeah, Missy putting herself up there for a look at par as well.
Long bid from Sarah.
Just a bit low.
And that's tough on this hole because it is only 380 feet, so par, like what Lisa just did, feels great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the basket's just so heavily guarded. It's really more about just playing the fairway. Sarah's gonna be tapping in her bogey.
And Jessica with the unfortunate double bogey. Hole 5, par 3, 255 feet. This hole seems a bit longer just because we are throwing straight uphill. We have to maneuver through some of these trees, and then the basket is elevated on some rocks. 2 feels great on this hole, but we're just looking to put something in the fairway, have a nice pitch up to the basket on some rocks, and get a 3.
That's Missy's Thrasher. Just turns over a little bit, so it should be on the right side.
And that's a great drive from Lisa. She'll have an open approach to the basket.
Yeah, Sarah's gonna have a similar look. Didn't put enough juice on that one. She's usually getting up to the bottom of that hill.
Jessica trying to make a move. And that is exactly where you want to be for your putt. She'll have a birdie look.
Blue, I believe.
Missy lining up her birdie putt.
A great bid with her S-line P2. It's crazy seeing them go for this because they are far out, and if you hit any metal, it could drop, roll you. I think Jess really wanted that one, especially with getting that double bogey the hole before.
Yeah. And having such an elevated putt with that hyzer angle, it's just difficult to get over the cage like that.
We actually only had we had 1-2 on this hole from Katrina Allen. She actually got the CTP. She wasn't as close as Jessica, but she was up against that kind of wood barrier.
Hole 6, 525 feet, par 4. We have this hill kind of angled from the right downwards to the left side where there's some woods. The basket's off to the left here past these trees. If you're able to get a clean shot, then the birdie is very in the cards for you, but in this wind, it's very difficult. I believe this is Missy's Thrasher. Wow.
And that's great. I think she'll be able to actually see the basket on her approach.
Oh. Oh, stay up. And that's the big problem with the angle of this hill, is if you're throwing an aggressive shot like that, being too low can really do more damage than good.
She can save par from there, so we'll see if she can do it. Sarah with the forehand play. This is great position.
Stays up. Nice. Beautiful shot.
You actually threw the forehand for your drive as well, didn't you?
Yes, I did. That wind was just a little too aggressive.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Almost hitting our cameraman for Ace Run Pro.
Yeah, Lisa's kind of in some shul back here. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm impressed.
I'm very impressed. She's probably like, if I'm going to get out of here, I'm going to get up there as far as I can.
I guess so.
It's the best plan, yeah.
Missy leaving her approach a bit short.
Get down.
And Jessica doing the opposite, setting it past the basket. Sarah with the backhand.
Whew. She absolutely blasted it, too. I think with this hole, it's also important to remember that the wind is coming off of that water. So just putting yourself in a good position for your putt if you are trying to be aggressive for the birdie. Smart. Oh!
And what a great bid from Jessica. I think that's her hog.
Sarah kind of in a weird lie here, but get down.
Good height, just a bit left. Tough in that wind.
Just tapping in her par.
Our division had 2 birdies on this hole, Katrina Allen and Kat Murch. So shout out to those ladies, the 3 in this wind. Amazing.
Nice, the 2 cats.
And the 2 cat squared. Hole 7, par 3, 345 feet. The drone is taking you on the left side of the fairway, but we'll see most of the ladies throw the backhand right side. We're not quite getting there, so it's just a big rip up this hill, and then you're looking to send your approach to the pin. It is sloping right to left, so being aware of your angles is important.
This is a beautiful shot by Missy. Very controlled, very smooth. Oh. Dang.
That'll leave Lisa with a long approach to the pin.
Yeah, they most likely have like a head / left to right wind here, so when she turned that over, it just picked it up.
I'm surprised Sarah goes right side when she has that forehand. I would expect her to go left side.
Yeah, that was a line I wasn't really expecting her to take.
Ooh. And Jessica ripping on this.
Wow, she gets way up there.
It's one of the farthest throws I've seen on this hole.
Yeah, same. Lisa. Oh! I mean...
Not bad. Unfortunate.
Bad, but it's not the worst thing that could happen. She has a wide open putt now, at least. I believe that's Missy's zone, just an easy approach.
Ooh. Sarah trying to throw it in with, I believe, her pyro.
Missy just having that textbook par that you want to have on this hole.
Yeah, and this hole actually was our 4th most difficult hole for our division. Almost half of our field taking a bogey. So 3, you're taking strokes on people. You're taking strokes on folks.
Here we move on to hole 8, 250 feet, par 3. There's 2 lanes here, the left side forehand shot or the right side backhand hyzer shot. It's one of those really gettable birdies that everyone's trying to get, especially coming off of those last 2 really difficult holes.
Missy opting for the backhand route.
That's looking good. I mean, that's fine. She has just outside the circle look for a birdie.
She might have a straddle.
Sarah taking the forehand route with her pyro.
Oh, and this is looking great.
Just beautiful.
That's what you want.
Oh, just puts a little too much angle on that. It's a little low, but I think she threw a really fast disc.
She threw her halo turn.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm surprised she went so fast, but that's right in position to get her birdie. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Jessica with a great out with her hog. What's up? That's a great putt from Lisa, especially from a knee, downhill.
Yes, for sure.
You're looking, I was at that same position, you're looking straight down at the basket.
Yeah, smart to get herself down lower so she doesn't have to exaggerate the angle of her putt.
Sarah taking a tap-in birdie.
Missy tapping in her par.
Sarah and Lisa were one of the 3. We had Shannon Prendergast. I didn't try to pronounce you last time, but I tried this time. Congrats on your 2 as well. Hole 9, par 3, 365 feet. If you have a long drive, you can get there, but we are going over this bowl, and then the basket is up. It's a pretty straightforward shot. Keep your disc low through the low ceiling, and you'll have prime position to get your 3.
Yeah, this is definitely a reachable hole, but today's conditions it's just about playing it smart. especially with that low ceiling and you're throwing uphill. Things can get pretty crazy up there in the air.
Oof. It's a great shot from Lisa.
She'll have a semi-blind shot from down there.
Yeah, it's funny, like you wouldn't think, and then you walk up and you couldn't even see the basket.
Yeah.
Missy throwing it a bit low. This is Jessica's Halo Shrike.
Very nice. Getting herself up on that flat ground.
Believe that's Missy's Fierce. Great approach. She'll have a tap-in par.
Smart Lisa to keep that shot low. Because you can see the top of the basket and you kind of want to aim for the top, but... Yeah, Sarah giving that kind of a half bid. It's nice if you have that like gentle sort of half bid. If you can play that in the wind like that without, you know, going crazy past it or something.
And that'll do it for our front nine. So far, we have Sarah Hokom at 1 down for the round, Jessica Weese 2, Lisa 1, and Missy right behind her at even. Sarah kind of running away with it right now.
Yeah, playing smart.
Playing smart, playing the wind. We'll catch you guys on the back nine. Thanks for watching.